Hello, world. Welcome to Onside Takes. I'm your host, Caden. Joining me are my co-hosts Tim
Hey.
and Caleb.
Yo.
Happy New Year, everyone. We're going into our final week of regular season games. Hope everybody continues to have a very happy holiday. As for our football teams, though, first up, we have the Vikings continuing their win streak, adding 2 more W's, riding Sam Darnold's hot hand, and the defense doing celebrations left and right. The Jets continue to have no one in the cockpit and continue to plummet more each week somehow. As for the Ravens, they fly high and get back on top of the division. And JacksonClause gifts the fans the greatest gift of all: stress-free football. Let's go to the Vikings.
What a great intro. Great job. It's great job. First off, shout out for the to my wife. I got a jersey and it's a new one and it's Justin Jefferson. So
Oh yeah.
we're very valid over here. But to the games. So 2 weeks ago we played against the Seahawks and it was a close one. As we just tend to do every single week on repeat. No easy games for the Vikings since the Falcons game, I guess. But Sam Darnold connects with Justin Jefferson for a late fourth quarter touchdown that was the game winner because it put them up by 3 when they were down by 4. Just such a clutch combo of players. I mean, Justin Jefferson, he's going to catch anything you throw at him, even if it's behind him, super fast. Sam Darnold is just balling out on repeat now. I was thinking about this when I was thinking about how to, in Tim's word, glaze my quarterback. Sam feels like a better version of Kirk Cousins, but we never realized how much we needed a different version of Kirk Cousins. We had him for so long, we're like, he's good enough. We can make it. He's good enough. But the money we were paying him was way more than what he was actually producing. And now that we have a quarterback that's technically we're definitely underpaying, and he's just playing, I have more confidence in Darnold than I did in Kirk, because Kirk always, in the big moments, just crumbled into shambles. And look at him now on the freaking bench. So I'm happy with the quarterback. Going forward, we're doing amazing. Offense in that game struggled at times. It was rainy, so we could give them a little bit of a leeway on that regards. But overall, I was happy, and we made winning plays, which that's all that matters. You got to make winning plays to win games. And no matter how many bad plays or how many times you might mess up, if you make the winning plays, those bad plays can just be film that you get better with. And you keep taking that W to the next week. The defense in that game, 2 unlikely players with interceptions. Dallas Turner, who I've brought up many times now, our rookie that we drafted, pulled up with the interception in the first half. And then we got points at right before the half ended. So that was really good. And Theo Jackson, guy that doesn't play every day, sealed the game. Gino, I don't really know where he's going, to be honest with you. It didn't look very good, but Theo Jackson pulls up with the interception. Gino kind of, I feel like twice a game he makes a couple throws that are just straight to the defense. So I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do, but that's a great game from us. Not too much to go on besides it was just a really clutch performance by the offense in the end. And the defense played okay. They played good enough. On the Packers game, that was yesterday. Or on Sunday. That was an exciting game. When it wasn't supposed to be exciting based on the score. The offense, Sam Darnold had his best career game with 77 yards passing with 33 for 43 and 3 touchdown passes, 1 interception. But he threw that interception, which he would try to fit a ball where there was no hole. And he honestly hasn't thrown many picks in the last month or so. And the next drive, he goes out there, throws 5 for 5, touchdown. Like he never even threw an interception. It was just pure confidence in his ability to
A true
perform.
Jameis Winston performance.
That's offensive.
Not letting those interceptions affect his mind. You know, he
Okay,
just gets
all
out
right.
there and slangs it.
That's
I
fair.
think that's
Maybe not
uncalled for.
Maybe not offensive. The mindset's good. That is a quarterback mindset. You have to have that. Although there still is game, like, situational play. You know, when you're up by 3 points, you don't have to have that little whole seam that you got to throw it to. You could just dump it off, you know. But very confident in his play. The offense had 17-point lead with 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter. And I was messaging some other Vikings fans, and I was like, wow, what a great game. I know it's not over yet, but I was scared just because somehow we always let the Packers get back into it. But I was like, 17 points, 8 minutes. I mean, they would have to score. We get the ball.
How do we tell him?
They get the score. We get the ball back. We do nothing. And then they got to score again. So I was like, the chances are so minimal, right? Right?
Mm,
That was scary. I cannot believe that we allowed them 2 touchdowns in a matter of like 3 minutes, and they went for 2 on one of them, which meant that all they had to do was get a field goal to win the game after the 2 touchdowns. It was, if we would have lost that game, like I would have crashed out like Tim does in the podcast. Like I
join the club, brother.
It would have been the most ultimate throw of the season. Absolutely. Justin Jefferson was held back in the first half. He really didn't touch the ball for the entire first quarter. But he still ended up with 92 yards and led the team in reception yards. So even when you think you're holding him back, he's still going to get his yards. He's going to get his catches. He's going to have his impact. Jalen Naylor, or also commonly his nickname is Speedy. Big touchdown catch. He got in behind the defense. The defense was looking for Justin Jefferson. The safeties came down, and Jalen Naylor went over the top, and he's just wide open in the end zone. And Sam was just the perfect dot. I mean, I feel like when we look at quarterbacks throw deep, we don't like truly understand like how amazing their throws are when they throw them that deep and that accurate of where the receivers are running. Because it's just like he just barely got open, and then boom, it was there. I don't know. His deep ball is I'm gonna say unmatched right now. I'm gonna say it. He throws deep a lot. I feel like he throws deep more than any other quarterback. I have no stats to back this up. Yes, only this year. Only talking this year. But he throws deep often, and whenever they do a play action and he takes a couple steps back after making the run, and he just whips it back, I'm like, oh, here it comes. Touchdown, baby, touchdown. Every time he does it, I'm like, I stand up because I think something good is going to happen. And honestly, at least half the time, I'm right. Something good's going to happen, whether it's a touchdown, long pass. And he hasn't thrown, his interceptions have come within 15 yards-ish, not the long bombs. So, yeah. Even if the defense can lock up Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, T.J. Hawkinson, and Aaron Jones for weapons, we still have Jalen Naylor, Mr. Speedy, just waiting back there to keep winning us games. So, something I wasn't super happy about, and I'm kind of scared of, is Mr. Will Reichert, Will the Thrill. He's starting to scare me a bit.
Oh my god.
So, at the beginning of the season, I was super happy because he literally wasn't missing. And then he got injured. We brought in John Parker Romo. Also didn't really miss. I think he missed like 1. But Will comes back from injury, and, you know, we drafted this guy. We can't keep the guy off the street. We got to keep the guy we drafted. He has, I think I saw the stat, he's 7 for 11 field goals since coming back. That is terrifying. And then this last game, he missed a 55-yarder. For some reason, the Packers lined up offsides. I don't know what they're doing. So it moves up to a 50-yarder. And he hits the 50-yarder, so he gets a second chance. Which, if he didn't hit that, it's a whole different game. And then in the second half, he misses short on a long field goal to start the game, and then he missed a 43-yarder. Like, left 6 points out there. Like, this game could have been not close at all if he just hit every kick, which he had been doing. And now we're going into playoffs. Like, every game forward is a big game, and our kicker is struggling. This is terrifying. This is terrifying. I mean, the flashbacks of Vikings kickers and just...
Oh, my God.
I mean, the fact that on the one, he hit the freaking sidebar, and the other one, he was short. Like, neither one even had a chance. It's like, oh, I just gotta keep the confidence and will the thrill that he's clutch, and he definitely won't miss a 20-yard field goal and lose the playoff game. It's not gonna happen. There's no way.
There's no way.
There's
simply
no way. It's impossible. And the last thing I had for the offense, and this is for both games, really, is our O-line pass protection has just been goated this season. Sam has so much time to throw, and they're really good at pushing the D-line. Even when they get that pressure, they push them out and around, and Sam just steps up in the pocket like he should and delivers the dart. He's just done really hasn't been pressured that much, and especially in the Packers game, was hardly pressured, and when he was, he just stepped up and threw the ball. Like, it wasn't even an issue. So that's, I feel like for years I've been saying, our O-line sucks. Our O-line sucks. We can't throw the ball. Our O-line sucks. No more complaints. I'm done. I know what they're capable of. I just hope they keep doing this. And this is what they're doing without Christian Darrisaw. He's out for the season. Like, arguably one of the best linemen in the league is not on the team, is not playing right now, and we're still having this performance. It's pretty crazy in my mind. Over to the defense, punching the ball away from Josh Jacobs to start the game. I mean, what just a momentum changer right away. Just punch him in the mouth. We're going to take that ball. Now, we did miss a field goal and not actually get anything from it, so that wasn't us. But it's still an energy changer, and it brought the defense just some hype. The offense, wish it would have scored, but doesn't matter. We got the win. We held the Packers to just 3 points in the first half, and they only had 10 with 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter. That's a great game from the defense, and the Packers are a good team, and their offense can score a lot. Josh Jacobs has so many carries in the season.
Josh Jacobs is a fucking menace. He's absolutely carried my fantasy team so many times. It's insane.
I feel like he's the only player that I've seen this season that I'm like, once they hit him, I'm like, no, it's not done. It's not even close to done. Like, his legs just keep going. He reminds me of Adrian Peterson a lot. Not as good as him, of course, but he reminds me the yards after contact are just insane. The one touchdown that got called back, I don't know if you guys watched the game or not, but he literally got hit at the 6 or 7 yard line, and he just ran forward through the defense to the touchdown. And then they got called for an illegal formation. So that was devastating for them. But they got the touchdown like 2 plays later, so they were okay. But the defense did great, and then we hit the 8 minutes left, and all of a sudden Jordan Love is throwing for 50 million yards and taking a minute to score a touchdown per drive. The offense went stagnant at the wrong time, and we weren't running the clock out, and then the defense could not get a stop. Like, absolutely could not get a stop. And I don't know. I was surprised.
Feels like it's happening a few times now where the Vikings lose their magic touch in the fourth quarter.
Now, that is true. However, there is a stat, and they show it every single game the Vikings are leading in the fourth quarter. They show the stat. And it's like a ridiculous amount. We don't lose in the fourth quarter when we enter with the lead. We don't. We simply don't lose in the fourth quarter with a lead.
Yeah, I had a stat since Kevin O'Connell has taken over. Since 2022, the Vikings have won 26 one-score games. Which is just sounds like a coaching diff, if you ask me.
That is a coaching diff. Kevin O'Connell is just goated. I mean, he's just coaching his ass off this year. I mean, probably every year, but his culture is coming through. His third year, really. It takes time to turn over an organization to what you want it to be. But yeah, I'm not sure. Blake Cashman was the one shining player from the last two games. He had like 12 tackles in both games and a sack and a half in the last game. He's just pretty much our defensive leader, and he's just consistent. That's a lot of tackles per game. He's having an outstanding year. But moving on to some overall thoughts, because the Packers game it really wasn't that crazy until the last 8 minutes. Just like the last Packers game, how we somehow almost lost that one too. I don't really, I don't know. I don't have an answer. Something about the Packers and just refusing to lose in a regular fashion against us. We just have to make it interesting. But some overall thoughts. This team, we just feel different this year. All right. It's different than the regular Vikings season, okay? The regular Vikings season has ebbs and flows, ups and downs. We're in, we're out. Not super confident really at all. But right now, we're confident. Like, at some point, you can't call it lucky. Like, that's the one-score games. When you win enough in a row, you win 9 games in a row and 5 games in a row, you're doing something right consistently. No matter if they're one-score wins, you're doing something right. So it's not luck. The Vikings are just a great football team with the chance to win the number 1 seed in the NFC this weekend. I don't know if you guys saw this, but Sam Darnold is so many people that believe in him, especially Kevin O'Connell from the start, which I think is what led this whole thing, is Kevin O'Connell's belief and confidence in Sam and all of his fellow players at this point. There's a video that shows Sam entering the locker room after he had to do interviews and stuff like that. And he enters and all the players just start screaming and hyping him up, throwing water on him. They lift him up on their shoulders and he's like pumping his fists. Like, I mean, you would have thought we won like a playoff game at least or something, but we beat the Packers in week 17. But either way,
it was to take the division number 1 for the week, so
yeah,
it was important.
True. No, absolutely important game. But
I also heard that Sam Darnold, he said he got interviewed later about being lifted up, and he said he blacked out once they put him up. He didn't know what to do with his arms.
Yeah, that was the funniest part in the interview. Was he was like, "Yeah, I just held my arms, and I was like, I don't know what to do with my arms."
That's great.
But the camera angle shows them celebrating Sam, and then it pans over, and Kevin O'Connell is standing in the entryway with the football, because he's gonna do the game ball speech that he always does. Those are epic. You should always watch those if you want to get hyped. But he looks over and his team is just celebrating their quarterback and having a good time, and he just looks over that. He looks like the proudest dad I've ever seen in my life. Just like, I can't believe I created this. This is awesome what my guys are doing right here. And that's just different, because I don't think that I can remember a Vikings head coach that I had really any confidence in, or that the players outwardly loved and showed support. Mike Zimmer, he was a hard ass, and honestly, I think everyone in the building hated him for a long time. And every coach before that was kind of short stints. It's just different.
I think the team has a real connection with Sam Darnold, and I've said it before. I'm not going to bring it up in double flub because it's not worth debating with you freaks again. But I think it might negatively impact the team. If they do a deep playoff run, let's say they go to the Super Bowl, and then they're like, Sam, we love you, but we're moving on. I think it might cause some wear and tear in the team's mental. I'll say it. I think that team has a real bond. I think that team has a real bond with him.
I agree. Every week that we win is just more. This thought in my head is like, would we not be just stupid to not keep the quarterback?
Yeah, I've actually been saying that for a few weeks, Caleb. I don't know if you knew that.
Right, but we talked about that 2-3 weeks ago. we had a long stretch of games to win. We could have lost every single one of those games, and I would
But
have
you
been.
didn't.
But we didn't. Right? That's why I said I needed time. If we beat the Lions and win the NFC #1 seed and the NFC North, unless we lose first game in the playoffs because Sam Darnold throws 4 interceptions, how can you not bring that quarterback back? Like, I don't care how.
That's what I'm
Make
saying.
it happen.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm on the Sam Darnold train. JJ's young. He's very young. And you know, if things come down to it and we have to make a trade and we trade our quarterback we drafted to somebody else for picks, shit, I guess it works like that. Because Sam Darnold's also kind of young. He's like 27-ish, I think. And JJ's like 21. So JJ has time to develop, which maybe is the best thing for him.
He's coming off a pretty bad injury, so a whole extra year to just, actually be on the bench and at the games would do him some justice.
And you have a great option if for some reason Sam were to get hurt. Like you trust this rookie quarterback. And JJ, I don't know if you guys probably don't, but on Twitter he pretty much reacts every game with some sort of tweet. And he's just so in it with the Vikings. Like he doesn't. I know it's like it'd be really crazy if he were to outwardly like be like, "Damn, I want to play" and whatever. But like, it seems like he's with the culture and he's down for it, and he understands his role right now and how it might change.
If they win, he gets a ring. Like,
right. Especially when he's injured this season. But I just hope that keeps going forward. Stay positive, stay in that role. He'll get his opportunity in the NFL. I guarantee you that. So he just stays the course. Stay with the Vikings. We're a great organization. All right. But yes, I agree, Kate. I think it is a great opportunity, and it'd be crazy if we don't keep him, unless he is demanding the most ridiculous amount of money. And I don't want a Kirk Cousins situation again.
3 years, $100 million. That's my prediction for Mr. Sammy.
That's cheap.
That would be cheap. I take that. This has been
damn good deal. I'd take that deal.
This has been a year to remember, but we're not done. Job ain't done. We've been going 1-0 every week for a long time now, but we still got one more week to go 1-0. All right, that's the Kevin O'Connell thing. He always says, got to go 1-0 every week. And we got to beat these Lions. These ailing Lions. These Lions are going to play on Monday. They're playing Monday night, and they're going to hopefully not get injured. Hopefully not get too tired. That would be just a shame. But
You're
we will
at
play
Detroit, right?
Yeah. We're playing at Detroit. But we are playing Sunday night, the last game of the regular season. It's gonna be hype. It's gonna be so hype. But this game to me is like a career/organization defining. Or if we get this win, like this game is so big. Like I don't know if we've ever had the 1 seed in my life. I don't even know. I'd have to, and not in my memory. And I don't know. I just think that this would be a defining thing, and we have a coach that we're ready to go forward with for a long time. It's just this feels like the defining game, and if we can do this, like things might be different. Maybe the Vikings will go 1-8 in Super Bowls instead of only 0-7 for the rest of my life. Oh man. But yeah, like I said, Lions are injured. They have one less day of rest. That's not good for them. I'm not going to even say it. I'm not going to say it. We're playing well. We're playing well with the players that are on the field. So,
looks like the Lions are also not resting their starters today.
No, Dan Campbell said they weren't going to. And
it's a very Dan Campbell thing to do.
I respect it. That, play the game.
I think it's kind of crazy.
It's a little crazy.
It's a little crazy, especially if teams that injured already.
Yeah, if they have any injuries, it's going to be...
He's going to have some fucking questions to answer.
But I feel like his plan is to just win the game in, obviously, you guys have figured this out. We are recording during Monday Night Football.
By the way, they're down.
So it's currently 7 for the Niners, 6 for the Lions. But I feel like his plan was to just destroy them super fast and take his starters out. Maybe that won't happen. I don't know. I think it's a weird decision either way. But that's all I got for the Vikings. Probably the most to talk about the Vikings. ever. But Skull Nation, here we come. Biggest game of my life, I think.
It's crazy. My ass is gonna be sat for 3 hours, dude. It's gonna be...
No, I'm gonna be standing, man. I'm gonna be standing. I'll be pacing.
Right.
But we got an exciting segment talking about the Jets next. So let's get to that one.
Okay.
All right, guys. The Jets. We had some masterclass dog shit performance. Talking top 3 dog shit of the season, okay? Top dollar dog shit, right? Let's go first game. 2 weeks ago, we fought the Rams. Really, this game, it's been a bit. I didn't watch this game fully. I was, spending some time with the fam. We were at my grandparents, so I was watching down the road. But to sum up this game with one stat, the Jets did not punt and only scored 9 points. In the past 25 seasons, they are the only team to not punt in a game but be held under 10 points. Now, that's masterclass. That's just defining of this whole season, really. To go
That's
over the
insane.
game. It is.
That is actually
It is
insane. To just not
I don't
punt.
even know how that's possible.
I need to do you have the stats of the drives and what happened?
it was a
Was
lot
it
of
interceptions?
fourth down
Okay.
turnovers. More than likely.
Oh, gotcha. That makes a lot more
We've
sense.
been doing a lot of fourth down and not converting.
You got nothing to
I heard
lose.
this season is the highest fourth down attempts of any football season ever, which I
Dan
believe
Campbell
for
did
sure.
that by himself.
Yes, it's all him. But for this game, it was a slow game. The Rams were very slow first half. They only had 2 field goals. We had a touchdown, and then we missed our extra point. Carlson, again, fumbling the ball like crazy, not getting these kicks like he had been consistently.
You were so happy with him. You were so happy with him.
We'll talk more about Carlson in a little bit, but let's just say Carlson is no longer a Jet. Let's just say that for now. Really awesome, guys. But
how many kickers this year?
5?
5? Oh my god.
See, Tim, it's not hard. The Ravens could have done it easy.
Works out every time, for sure.
But we had a touchdown, missed extra point, and then we got a field goal, so it was 6-9 going into the end of the first half. The second half, each team had 0 points in the third quarter. Then the Rams had 13 to our 0 in the fourth, just absolutely annihilating us. Rodgers had no turnovers this game, so yippee?
Positives.
Question mark?
Positives.
Yeah, for 2 weeks ago it was positive. Well, yeah, for sure. And then I don't really want to talk much more about that game because it was just kind of a slog fest. It was just a slow, brutal death on the field. Devontae Adams had a good game. Conklin had a good game. Wilson not getting the ball as usual. Just force feeding Devontae. But let's talk about this week with the Bills. Absolutely taking just for those of you who have seen The Walking Dead, we just got Negan'd. We literally just our eyeballs were popping out, baseball to the head, baseball bat. We were just killed. We were just killed out there, dude. It was brutal. That was the most flags I swear I've ever seen in a fucking game, dude. It was humiliating. We had 16 penalties for 125 yards in this one game.
But you got 14 points.
Oh, we'll talk about how we got 14 points. So, the flags made this game 30 minutes longer than it should have. We had some absolutely crazy fucking flags. My favorite flag of the game was Rodgers throwing a pick, then running after the guy and shoving him out of bounds, getting an unnecessary roughness on his own fucking pick. That's gotta be something. That's gotta be a first ever. That's fucking insane.
It
dude.
was an egregious flag as well. It was
No,
so bad.
There's so many awful flags this game. It's terrible. There was one with Michael Clemens where there's like 50 people dogpiled on a Bills running back. Literally 50 people on both teams around this one guy. They're not blowing the play dead. Michael Clemens is like, let me jump on this pile. And he just jumps while everybody's standing, and he gets an unnecessary roughness fucking call. Like, oh my God. And then just so many personal fouls, cocking off, unnecessary roughness, roughing the passer. Josh Allen, you're the biggest fucking flopper, dude. He just kept flopping that game. He's a flop master. And you know what I had to deal with the whole fucking game?
He's just a little guy.
With the fucking announcers in my ear the whole time. It's not even about the game. It's about Josh Allen's potential to get MVP. That's the only thing they care about. Is the whole time they're like, how's this game going to affect Josh Allen? Shut the fuck up. We're down 30 points. What the fuck?
Here, if I can defend the announcers, what else do you talk about when the point differential is 30? Okay.
They're like begging for anything else to talk about besides the game that's happening.
It was Romo. Romo was out there. He's like, yeah, going into the half, they're down 20 points, but you know, the Jets got this. And I'm just like, dude, I'm gonna literally find you. I'm gonna find you and give you the New York talking to. Crazy fucking game with a fuckload of penalties. Our rookies were not even in this game, so there's nothing to watch for fun. Corley was out with an elbow. He played 3 snaps on special teams and then got hurt. That's pretty fucking awesome. Olu, our left tackle, pretty sure he's got a broken foot, and he's going to be out. Hopefully, he's out the rest of the season, of course.
Hopefully he'll be good next year. He'll be good.
He's got to be good by practice or the preseason. I'm really praying he's good by preseason because he's got to be there for his first preseason. You know,
if he were to miss a game or two, it wouldn't be the end of the world.
Yeah, but he's got to like be there with the linemen. You know, get his bulk up.
Are you competing next year, anyways?
Dude, we're competing every year.
Oh, okay.
We gotta win games.
Jets Super Bowl. Yeah, the Jets can still go to the Super Bowl if
this was our
Aaron
year.
Rodgers just buys everyone tickets.
That's a good point. Yeah, that's a good observation. Absolute dog shit performance from the Jets, though, right? No touchdowns from Aaron Rodgers. 2 instead. Really should have been 3. Bounced out of a Bills defender's hand. He really loves throwing the fucking ball into people's legs and then freaking the fuck out like a baby. I say it every week. I'm going to lose my mind if Aaron Rodgers throws the ball into the shit of somebody and then it zooms on his face and he's like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm like, you're throwing the ball into this motherfucker's legs.
Who was the receiver that had a wide open? Okay.
Literally, like third string tight end. Like if he throws him the ball at his chest, he's gone for a touchdown. On top of all this, if Rodgers has fucking legs, he just runs for a first down. Whoa! Quarterback's mobility being important in 2024? Who would have fucking guessed? Not the Jets.
He was so mad. He was mad at the wide receiver that play. I was actually baffled.
That's every week. That's every fucking week, Caleb. He throws it into their fucking feet, and he's like, what the fuck are you doing? How do you not catch that fucking ball? And I'm like, Rodgers, get the fuck back over to wherever the fuck your Netflix special was, and stay the fuck away. Because, Jesus Christ. Anyways, 4th quarter. We're down 40-0. The Bills subs come in. We're like, it's fucking cook. You know what happens? Aaron Rodgers gets benched.
He subs himself out.
No, he didn't fucking sub himself out. That's fraudulent.
Do you think he was lying in the interviews?
No, he was probably like, Ulbrich, probably just benched my ass. I'm washed as fuck, you know. I don't
Yeah,
fucking know.
That's what he said.
Ulbrich has no spine, and he's completely in over his head, so he probably is like, yeah, okay, let's put Tyrod in. And then Tyrod goes out there and proceeds to get 2 fucking passing touchdowns like it's goddamn nothing. This guy just slices up. Sure, it's the Bills secondary. I know it. I know it's their secondary. I don't care. It looks like functional football. He was throwing it to their fucking chests. It's crazy. After this game, a lot of emotions from players. We had my favorite thing, Michael Clemens, the man we just talked about. He was receiving praise from Ulbrich after that game. This guy blew big bad chunks, man. He played for 34 snaps, had 1 fucking tackle. Why are we praising this guy? When he does his jump penalty, he's like, that penalty was bad. We got to work on that. Guy, this guy's been here for 3 fucking years. This guy's been here for 3 fucking years. You're gone next year, Ulbrich. Don't tell me you got to work on that. Just say, yeah, that was bad. That's all I want to hear. Anyways, Sauce was in his interview. He's like, people are checked out, man. And Brick's like, no, people aren't checked out, dude. But Ulbrich was like, emotions are boiling over for people. And I'm like, yeah, no shit. Nothing's working. Everybody's just blowing the fuck up.
Did you see their entrance with the boombox?
No.
And the Jets walked in with the boombox playing on the like a really big one on one of the guy's shoulders. And then it just cuts over at the side view, and Josh Allen's watching him walk out with the boombox, and he's just laughing. He was just... Oh, and the Jets players didn't look... Like, normally when they do that, they try to look like, confident and, ready to take you down. They just look... They were, like, sulking out onto the field with this boombox on. It was a sad attempt at maybe trying to get them hype. I don't know.
I don't know. Like, this game is like the biggest disappointment because we had all of our starters playing besides Olu. That every single and John Simpson. We'll talk about the O-line, but we had all of our main starters playing, and nothing fucking worked. Like, something is wrong. That fucking house is on fire, and we're worried about the microwave dinging. Okay, like shit's gotta, like, the team just simply quit. It was fucking cooked. Moving on from that, the O-line. Last time we talked about the O-line, I gave them a lot of praise. Now I have to absolutely eat my fucking words because, damn, they sucked. Fucking Rodgers was running for his life, dude. Olu was out. Olu's our left tackle. John Simpson, left tackle, and then John Simpson, our right guard. He was out. You know who he subbed in? Max Mitchell, a right guard. Right? Do you see this? A left guard, right guard. Okay, just remember this. Let's go back a few weeks. We had Morgan Moses out, right? Who's a right tackle. So we started Carter Warren, the left tackle. We're just like mismatching our players. Like, play on the right side of the fucking... Dude.
Did you see the very fun record that Rodgers had?
Oh,
I
saw that.
He's got the most. He's been sacked the most in a season ever.
Yeah,
as a quarterback.
Oh, I saw a different record. Actually, it wasn't a record, but in every single game that QBR has been recorded, which was, I think, around like, it was like 2,000 or like, I think it was like 12,000. Rodgers got like the 30th lowest. It was like 12,000 something, 300 something out of like 12,400.
Yeah.
You got a QB rating of 1.2 or something.
Oh no.
Yeah, well, shit. Let's just talk about Rodgers right now, dude. This guy's the absolute goat of either throwing it to your shins or straight to the defense. Like, this guy has not been him this year. If you think of Aaron Rodgers, traditionally, right, when he was at Green Bay, you think of a big-time player making big-time plays. He has not been that.
And making all of your regular throws with ease.
Yes.
Like, every single time Rodgers drops back, you're like, well, hope we don't throw an interception. Like, he used to be the guy that didn't ever throw an interception.
Yeah. He's just a cracked and deflated shell of his former self. This game, our quarterback had 2 penalties. That's fucking talent.
What was the other one?
I don't even know, but he had it. I don't want to look it up. I don't want to find out, Caleb. Like I don't want to look
I
it
want
up.
to know. I'll find out. Don't worry.
Aaron Rodgers has been confirmed to be starting next week, and this guy cannot be a part of your rebuild. This guy cannot be here next year. Anybody who's thinking that Aaron Rodgers is your only way of moving forward is a fucking not smart person. I don't want to be mean to my fellow Jeff fans, but this is not the way forward, guys. This is not it. This team needs coaching, period. If you can look at some of the teams in the league with, I don't want to say mediocre quarterbacks, but pretty average quarterbacks that have made absolute rebounds with good coaching. That's what it comes down to. You can change a whole organization and put in a quarterback that has a skill set that you can build around and then change the whole thing. This bum is not the key to getting this team back on track. Period. Moving on. Unless Caleb's got the stat. The penalty.
I don't have it.
It's okay.
He made it disappear. He took it off the record books.
Probably paid the bookies.
Did you see the one comment that Rodgers had on the sack record?
What is it?
He said, "I got Tom on that."
Good for you. Good for you, Rodgers. You got him.
He got him, bro. He got him.
He cooked him. He cooked him alive, dude.
Cooked him.
Moving over to the defense. Our defense just continues to somehow get worse. Amazing, I know. Thought we were really at 0, but negative numbers exist in the NFL, and we're down there. Ulbrich, when asked about the defense this game, since Ulbrich still calls the play calling for the defense, he quote said that he, when asked about the offense, was not watching the offense to focus on the defense. Dude, 1, that is bad for a head coach to say. 2, the defense blew hot, steaming turds like a machine gun. So you were watching shit, bro. What are you talking about?
That is crazy for the head coach to just say, "Yeah, I was focused on my side of the ball. I wasn't head coaching. I was defensive coordinating."
It's just he's just so over his head. It's so deep fried. It's terrible. But right, get this news today. Head coach Ron Rivera interviews are coming. He was the former Panthers and Commanders coach. Interesting to see interesting to see what's going to happen there. Caleb, it doesn't really matter what I want because it all comes down to Mr. Woody Johnson. The guy with 2 fucking dick names. Woody Johnson. That's who it comes down to.
Maybe one of his sons will.
Yeah, Brick Johnson, the other 2 dick name. That's who's going to decide my head coach.
Maybe those.
Dumb and Dumber are deciding my future. Don't you get this?
Maybe his brother will.
I'm just putting the news out there that he was being interviewed. Moving on, we got rid of Anderson Carlson, our current kicker, to of course bring back our legendary talent, Greg the Leg. Greg the Leg played this week, and he'll be back next week. truly the GOAT. He cannot be here next year. I don't know why we got rid of Carlson. Keep that guy for next year. We better be drafting a kicker, or there's going to be some serious issues from me to you. You being the Jets. We also IR'd Chuck Clark. This was all for cap space to pick up the now former Vikings linebacker Jaman Davis. Sorry,
We didn't need him.
probably not. That's why he came here. Just being honest. But Greg the Leg is back, and we got a new linebacker, which isn't bad. We are needing some new linebackers, so hopefully he's
Probably won't even be there next year.
Dude, we just picked him up. He's gotta be here. There's no way. Is he that bad? Like,
well, I'm just saying, like, if he's probably like one of those like practice squad players that gets picked up here and there, and
we'll see.
like, he's not.
Who knows?
A big
It could
deal.
be depth. Yeah, it's a depth
go
or
anywhere.
growth chart. So, totally agree. As for the most current important stats, our tankathon, we are currently 7th in the draft order. We got the New York Giants absolutely throwing, just fucking throwing their lead. Though,
For real.
let's take a hard long look at these Las Vegas Raiders. Those guys just fucking blew up everything. They're 8th. They're after the Jets now. 2 weeks ago,
Yeah.
people were like, they're gonna get number 1 overall, and now they're fucking 8th. They threw so hard, and they need a quarterback.
They're gonna. Who do they play
my
this week?
God.
Who do they play? They're gonna win again. They're gonna go even higher up. This is insane behavior by the Raiders. Like, they play the Chargers. They're probably gonna lose that one. But like, you can't be doing that, man. Like, you need a quarterback. Aiden O'Connell is not the future. You can't be winning those.
It's crazy. It's
Now
fucking
the New England Patriots somehow are going to get the number 1 pick again. Not again, but a top 3 pick again.
It doesn't even make sense. It doesn't even make sense. They're gonna get Travis Hunter with Drake May? I gotta watch that for 5 fucking years? Are you fucking serious? God fucking damn it, dude. I'm so fucking pissed off. Holy fucking shit.
If only Aaron Rodgers could have been like 1 or 2 games worse still.
Oh my fucking God. I'm actually so pissed right now about that. Okay. Holy fucking shit. Anyways, next week we are facing Miami. We have 2 options: lose for draft or win for the Bengals. That's it. I'm sorry, Bengals, but I kind of want a top 5 draft pick. So, let's get the L. But if we lose, go Joe Burrow. Sorry, Tim. Don't let the Dolphins in.
I just don't want the. Well, actually,
the
no.
MVP in the playoffs. I agree.
We get top of the.
Yeah, you would not want the MVP in the playoffs.
The MVP, Joe Burrow, he would have a damn good chance, honestly, if he got to playoffs. But it's still a lot has to happen.
His team is
How does that even make sense?
The Broncos have to lose to the
award
Chiefs backups,
is a regular season award.
The Chiefs have to lose to the Broncos have to lose to the Chiefs backup. It's not going to happen. It's not going to
The Chiefs will still win somehow. I don't know.
Maybe Tim's right. But maybe he's wrong. Who fucking cares? Let's move on to a team somebody cares about. And that's the Ravens with Timothy.
Let's go. Well. Finally back to the Ravens. A beautiful, beautiful 2 weeks of football that we've had. It was absolutely gorgeous. Bit of a later segment today. But honestly, when I feel this good, I don't have as much to talk about. So I don't think we can be going crazy super long. I gotta say though, top of the division feels damn good again.
Steelers are throwing, dude.
What do you mean throwing?
Steelers might be cooked.
Masterclass.
I'm not saying you didn't play well, but the Steelers are just getting their ass whooped.
Remember
see,
2
the
weeks
thing
ago
is
when I was
Tomlin
like,
got the 9 dubs, and then he just clocked out. Okay.
For real.
yeah,
That's all he cares about.
Remember
winning
2 weeks
season.
ago when I was like the Mike Tomlin got interviewed against the Eagles and he was like, you. They were like, Mike Tomlin, how do you stop this loss against the Eagles from spiraling out of control for the rest of the season? He's like, it's just one game. I got bad news. It kind of spiraled out of control for that guy.
And I'm gonna be honest, they're gonna lose again to the Bengals next week. And I don't even know who I'm rooting for, honestly.
That's a hard-ass schedule,
Yeah.
though. I mean, you'd like to think a good team can pick up one of those wins, but Eagles, Ravens, Chiefs, and then the Bengals, like, that's 3 of the top 5 teams, 6 teams in
Yeah,
the
that's
league.
a tough way to close it out.
That's tough. But they lost it, so Ravens back up. We did it was very, very vindicating game. The only bad part was we did fumble the ball 3 times and we recovered the ball 3 times, but it was real unfortunate. So luckily we didn't do that against the Texans. Otherwise I would have been pissed about that. But whatever. As long as we don't do that the playoffs, then we'll be fine. The stakes were high though. Because if the Ravens somehow lost that, they would have been a laughingstock. And the MV3 chances would have fucking disappeared. So the fact that they rose to the occasion once again was extremely satisfying, especially against a team that they historically are so fucking awful at playing at. I think this is one of the best games that Lamar has ever played against the Steelers, even though it's not probably even top 5 games he's played this year. Let's see. Marlon Humphrey, that was crazy. There was, unfortunately, I mean, Marlon Humphrey got a pick 6, which is great, but unfortunately, I think the play before Lamar Jackson threw his 4th interception of the season. Very unfortunate.
What a crap quarterback. Jesus.
And for highlighting this so often, I'll be honest, this time it did not hit the receiver in the hands. All right.
Oh, no.
So it was the worst interception he's had so far. But it's only 4. So it's looking alive and well. You know, for he's about to hit, I think he has 37 touchdowns. He's looking at, I think he's on track for 40 plus touchdowns for the year. Crazy ratio there. Yeah, sucks to be Steelers fans, huh? It was a completely devastating loss for them. If I were them, I would be miserable. I've even heard talks of people wanting to like fire Tomlin because he's only ever.
They will never.
I don't think they will. I think they're stupid.
I'm not gonna fire Mike Tomlin
for sure.
I will say that if you look at the Steelers' schedule and who they've beat, you wouldn't be that impressed, except for beating the Ravens once.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson has 39 touchdowns, Tim. Just so you know.
Okay, he's probably on. He could get 42. I could totally see 42.
He's getting 3 tutties next game.
He's getting 3 tutties. I mean, he got 3 tutties on the Texans. I think he got 3 tutties on the Steelers too. Who? Josh Allen.
Joe Burrow. For 8 weeks straight.
For 8 weeks straight.
That's fucking.
Lamar Jackson just got a Jackson 5, so he's been doing
That's
real
a good point.
hot.
I feel like
Tim.
He's going to play in the first half. They're going to go up by 1 million, and then he's not going to play in the second half.
I mean, that's what they did in the Texans. He didn't play 4th quarter.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson was just on the side fucking hyping up his duties. Some dude caught a pass and he was like, yes!
Biggest Ravens fan right there.
All right, we all love a guy that loves his teammates, all right? No hate there.
Oh, Justin Tucker hit a 51-yarder and a 23-yarder.
He's back, Tim. He's fucking back. He's back, baby.
So I'm going to be shitting my pants during
Bro
the playoff season.
He's back until he just misses the game winner against the Chiefs.
And then once that happens, I just send Tim over Snapchat a GIF of the Craven, the hunter, and he just fucking pelts his phone into the floor.
If
Gronk spikes it.
Justin Tucker destroys a playoff dub for the Ravens, I will go to Kraven the Hunter movie. I will watch the movie. That'll be my fucking punishment. Okay, I'll be fucking miserable, and I will heavily drink beforehand. And I
I'm
watch
so
Kraven
fucking
the
pissed
Hunter
off
in
watching
theaters.
the Kraven the Hunter.
But if Lamar Jackson wins MVP, I'm bringing glazed donuts to the next podcast afterwards. But that would be the Super Bowl podcast. So hopefully, I'm bringing glazed donuts to talk about that Ravens Super Bowl dub. But long ways away, a lot of weeks away. But I mean, come on! After you see that Texans win, it is hard not to feel the momentum shift. The incredible. I mean, not that they were ever stupendously down, but oh my god, the way they just dog walked them has just made me feel good. The defense held the Texans to a whopping 0 points. The Texans that, mind you, beat the Bills.
When did the Texans beat the Bills?
We cannot be glazing the Texans right now because we have been shitting on them for 7 straight weeks.
I didn't say that. I was just glazing them. I was
The
just stating
Texans
a fact. I was just
When
stating
did
a
they
fact.
beat them? What week was that, Tim? What week was
They're-
that?
They suck.
I don't know.
They're down
It was
2
like
of their
week 5 or
star
something.
wide receivers.
They still. Did you see
They're
the
a
fucking
pass
score?
heavy team.
No. They would have dog walked them even if
They beat the Bills in week 5.
Tim,
The
I'm
Texans
not undermining the
are
performance.
frauds.
The
Oh, shit, I was right
Ravens
about the weeks.
absolutely destroyed them. The Ravens got.
I'm just stating
destroyed
a
also
fact.
agree
I'm just
with
stating
that.
a fact.
And Tim,
Texans,
I
not
totally
a good
agree.
Texans
team.
beat the Bills.
not a
The-
good team.
The shift was there, and I'm totally on board. Josh Allen? Nah. It's either Lamar Jackson or Joe Burrow for the MVP. Those are the only 2 options.
Ooh, I
You're
can
missing-
get behind that.
You're missing
honestly.
a couple names in there.
Saquon
all right?
Barkley, though.
You're missing Saquon Barkley, who could, have the
I'm
single
sorry.
season rushing record.
I'm sorry. MVPs go to quarterbacks.
It's not on. It's
when
not
they
on
play
the
this
same
well.
level. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, I agree.
Just in the conversation, Sam Darnold.
No.
Dude, if Sam Darnold wins the MVP kill, that's dude. I don't know. I'll give you
Justin
money or
Jefferson-
something, dude.
Wins Jamar Chase wins the MVP before any one of the Vikings. Listen, okay, I understand it's lame that QBs get the MVP award every year, but QBs are the
They don't
most
get it
valuable
every
player in
single
every
year.
I mean, there are running backs, but like
If
the majority of the time,
the
it's a
single
quarterback,
season
but they
rushing
deserve
record
it.
is broken this season, that is
It's not gonna
Boom.
happen. He's
That's
got to
MVP.
do like 300 fucking yards or something.
Yeah, if okay,
I'm not saying he's
if
going
Lamar
to.
Jackson
If he
throws
did,
for a
it's the record.
130 or higher
That's true.
QB rating, QB
That's
passer
true,
rating, he sets the highest average season all time. There's your record right there.
But for me, that'd be like if he threw for the most passing yards in a season ever, MVP. That's a crazy record, right? It's the same thing.
He does have
I agree.
The pass rating would be a
I
crazy
agree.
record, but
A
I'm
wide
just
receiver.
saying
If the wide receiver had the most
the quarterback's more
receptions,
important. Okay, it's
plus
lame, but it's like just
reception yards
facts.
in the season, that's MVP to me.
Guys,
Like
we're really forgetting the GOAT. Aaron Rodgers has set so many fucking records this year. Like, why is he not in this debate? Okay,
Oh my
sorry,
God.
sorry, Tim. I
Okay.
completely derailed
No.
you with the MVP
No,
talk.
I MVP talks and Lamar Jackson are not derailments here. Okay,
That's a
I gotta-
good point. They're one and the same.
I think that's all I had to say about. Oh, Derrick Henry got 162 yards and he averaged 6.8 per carry against the Steelers. So that was awesome. They did indeed
That's good.
rest him up in the middle, more later part of the seasons, and then against the Texans.
I
and
also
Steelers just
want to
fucking
put this out
unstoppable.
there. Sorry. Most passing yards in a season, I just had to look it up,
Mhm.
is Peyton Manning with 5,477.
That's
Yeah.
beast. That's
All right.
so beast.
That's
So-
arguably the best season of football ever played.
When you look at the
Peyton Manning.
when you look at the passing yards in the season this year, like no quarterbacks like they have to earn it no matter what. That's what I'm saying.
No, but Joe Burrow
I'll
does,
actually
and
think
so
I
does
agree
Lamar
with that.
Jackson.
I don't think there's any player right now that like deserves the award no matter what. I think it
And
makes
the
sense.
only
It's close.
person that's
I think
even
it makes
like
sense. It's close.
stats wise would be Joe Burrow if you're looking at purely stats.
I do have to. I just gotta say it. When you have to play against your own defense like that, no shit, you're gonna have higher stats. When you got to go for it at the fourth down,
Bro's defense gives up touchdowns so fast that he gets to get the ball back and score faster. Like, it's not even fair. They're giving him more opportunity.
It's cheating. They're cheating right now.
Yeah, a great example. Lamar's most efficient QB in the NFL. But moving on. We can't spend the entire time talking about it.
One more thing.
Okay.
Sam Darnold, 4,153 yards in the season. Lamar Jackson, 3,955. So Sam Darnold does have more passes.
When you dog walk teams, you don't have to throw for as far. It's because you're just better. Moving on. Okay, the Texans game. That was my Christmas gift. That was better than anything I got on Christmas. Was watching them absolutely destroy the Texans. I was in a hot tub and I had a little smoothie, a little mango tango as they call it, and I was just sipping. And man,
this is crazy.
This
is insane.
It was the greatest.
My family was no distractions. I'm in the hot tub watching the Ravens.
Truly, that was where actually when my brother was there too, but so was family. But it was an immaculate fucking Christmas present watching that. The safety kind of sucked, and the no score got me kind of sucked, but the
safety was so funny. He just was like, I can beat this guy. Back in the end zone. Bop. Tackled.
Fun fact.
Safety. Unfortunate.
That safety, 31-2, is not a score, Rami. That has happened before.
That's what I just said. Yeah, it happened in like the 70s or something.
He did say
I didn't even
not
hear
a scorigami.
I was thinking about saying it. My bad, Tim.
You've just been waiting for an hour to say that.
Yep, correct.
Bro took his
took my thunder. God damn it.
But let me tell you, people cannot fucking protect against Lamar Jackson. He was dicing these guys up. He had another one of those 3 celebrations that was sick when he was running back before he even saw the catch. Rashad Bateman. Oh my God. I shouldn't Rashad Bateman rightfully so for dropping some passes, but he's truly coming to his own this season. It is so awesome to watch Rashad Bateman dice people up every week. I think even Isaiah likely did pretty well. It's so fucking. I listen. Do we have the greatest receiving core? No, not by a long shot. But when the offense has a way of just getting in sync. When Lamar does well, like everyone's on their fucking A game. There's I don't think I've complained about dropped passes for like 2.5 months or something.
Here, audience, I'll translate what Tim just said. We may not have the best receiving core, but when you have Lamar Jackson, you have the best receiving core.
Oh yeah, Kyle Hamilton, standout defensive player we have. Got his first interception of the season, which was a bit overdue, but it's still fun to see. I checked and I realized that Marlon Humphrey got his 6th interception this season. Crazy here. Absolute fucking goat.
Hamilton and Humphrey, boys. Those guys are goats. Goat defenders.
Nate Wiggins, he hasn't got an interception yet, but he has an insane passing defense. I saw the stats, but I think for the people that he's defended, there's like a 66 passer rating. There's like only like 200 some yards for the season. Like these crazy low stats. I think like around 50% completion rate. But he's an awesome rookie. Super glad. We kind of got him for a steal. I think we got him like 10th round pick or something. He's been a huge asset though. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, Lamar's had another record. He set 2 records. He set the QB speed record, snatching it from Daniel Jones of all people, which I was really surprised by.
That's insane.
Daniel Jones had it in.
Is that the one that Daniel Jones, the one where he ran the super long run and like fell on his face?
Yep, against the Eagles.
Oh my God,
that's a great clip. But Lamar's rushing game's just as good as it's ever been. Cool 48 yards.
Did you hear his interview with the speed record, Tim? Lamar Jackson?
Oh yeah, he was just jogging.
He's like, really? I broke it? I was just jogging.
That he's glazing himself there. You got to be honest.
That's
though.
crazy.
He did kind of look like he was jogging though. Bro,
Mhm. Okay, but the real record that matters is most rushing yards of all time for a quarterback, and the reason it's super notable is because of course he snatched it from Michael Vick, but he took it in 41 less games. That's
Like history?
crazy. Yeah, all
Like-
time.
like,
Like all
All time?
Yeah. 41 less games. He snatched that.
All right, respect.
Awesome record to have. Yeah, that was
Today's game is a lot different than like in the past. Like it used to be pass first, run last.
Not with
and now
Michael
it's kinda
Vick.
Just that might be true. That might be true.
he was the fucking like inventor of the double option. But yeah, I truly believe when I watch the second team, I'm like, okay, maybe we have a good shot at the Super Bowl this year. Because before I was down and I was out, and I'm like, it's a chance. But you can't watch those games and not think, like, shit, maybe this is our year.
Just remember, Texans not a good team.
Texans are, yeah, they're very painfully mediocre.
Frauds.
Kind of frauds. I will say, looking to next week with the Browns, like I mentioned before, possibility if Lamar has a crazy passer rating again to take the highest average QB rating or passer rating of all time from Aaron Rodgers' 2014 season, I think, which would be crazy cool. I think it's an easy division clinch. I think it's like a 17-point differential. I'm gonna be watching the game with my feet kicked up, completely ready to watch history unfold. Just fingers crossed, no injuries. That's my one stress point. Of course, everyone's worried about that, but I would actually die if we suffered an debilitating injury there.
What would we do with the pod if you weren't here, Tim? There'd be no Ravens segment.
You're right. Everyone's favorite segment is the Ravens segment. Our viewers would have.
People come just to hear you crash out, Tim.
True. Can we get a crash out compilation at the end of the season?
Jameis Winston? What the fuck?
But yeah. Oh yeah. Also, Lamar is gonna get past 4,000 yards passing in Browns game. No biggie. But that's really
no
all I
big
have.
Deal, guys. I wanted to say earlier,
Sam Darnold's
Tim.
already done that.
What?
I wanted to say earlier about how you were giving crap to like Bateman and all these wide receivers, and I just want to say I know exactly how I feel. You're not actually angry at the player. You're angry because you know he's underperforming. You know he can do better.
True.
And you want him to.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike me, I've given up. Some of these guys fucking suck on the fucking Jets, dude.
All right. Well, my mouth hurts from too much glazing, so I think it's time to kick it over to
too much
Double
Glock
Flub.
glazing. Anyways, as Tim said, Flub? Up first. Dub or Flub? Drew Lock is the Giants' biggest op. Yeah.
That guy is the fucking worst thing that ever happened to this organization. Why didn't they play Danny DeVito? What are they doing? They just played the best game of their fucking lives to lose the number one pick. What are they doing? They're like, the Giants players are like, we ain't giving up. Drew Lock's like, we all deserve that win. Yeah, you know what you also deserved? The fucking first pick of the draft. So, insane.
Yeah.
Fucking idiot.
You can go back for the first 5 minutes of the Ravens segment. I was in just absolute shock about the Patriots still getting the first pick. I'm gonna literally crash out so hard. But yeah, this is a dub, dude. That's
a dub.
That's fucking dude. That's insane, dude. So insane.
And then forever, the Giants just have these stupid ass clips of their owner saying we can't pay that much money to a 27-year-old running back. My God! They literally said it's Daniel Jones's year. Just think, they could have drafted a QB and kept Saquon, but instead, here they are, drafting QB this year with no Saquon. Absolutely insane.
Yep. That's a dub. Moving on. Jaden Daniels is the clutchest rookie QB ever. Dub or flip?
I have no stats to back this up.
I have no clue if he's the most clutch QB ever. Dub, he's the most clutch QB this season for sure. His class.
Rookie. Rookie is the key word.
Right. Okay, rookie.
I
don't know a counter example.
Either way, it'd be back-to-back weeks he's thrown touchdown passes to win games. And he threw that Hail Mary, which was a touchdown pass to win a game. So that's 3 that I can think of off the top of my head. And, maybe he's like a low-key, like a 2% chance to win the MVP. Like, who knows? Who knows? But, yeah, this is a dub. He's been playing less consistent, but he's been making plays when it matters.
I've been saying this. He's not playing less consistent. It's a whole new culture for the Commanders. And if this is how they come out of the gates, fresh, rookie quarterback, new head coach, that's a damn good start to your fucking race.
And they're in the playoffs. They could win the Super Bowl this year even.
Ooh.
If a rookie wins the Super Bowl, I will learn how to do front flips.
Epic. Caden's gonna hurt himself.
Hey, we don't want threats of suicide on the podcast here, Caden. Okay.
I don't know about the clutchest rookie QB ever. He's definitely the most winning rookie QB this year, so I'll give him that. Moving on. Dub or flub? Starting Michael Penix Jr. was the right decision. Yeah, that guy knows ball.
Yeah, it was dub. That was pretty quickly proven dub.
I'm gonna say it's flub still.
Really?
I'm gonna say it's flub. I still think, and with no matter how bad they thought that Cousins was playing, like having a guy that's been there, done that.
It's probably not the right decision to
it's just,
bench that guy.
If they were gonna make that decision, why didn't they just plan to do it? Like,
they wanted to make that decision. Why'd they get Kirk Cousins?
Yeah, I mean you have to stick with your guy because now the locker room's split, and like, what are you gonna do if Penix has if for some reason they make the playoffs and the Bucks lose? If Penix plays awful but they win somehow, are you gonna bring Kirk Cousins back for the first game of the playoffs? Like, you don't do a QB battle at the end of the season with a rookie and a veteran. Like, that doesn't make any sense. It's not a winning culture. It's why it's insane. There's a reason they lost that game. I don't think
get a winning
Penix
culture
is the
unless
reason,
you win.
But yeah, I don't know. I think it was a terrible decision. You can't be doing these. We've learned from all these other organizations that when you make big changes at the quarterback position or head coach stuff mid-season, shit goes bad.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Moving on. Dub or flub? Buccaneers will secure the NFC South by beating the Saints this week. Yeah.
I mean, the Saints suck.
Baker is on a fucking warpath. This guy, I'm scared to see this guy in the playoffs. Dude, this guy might dice up some teams. This guy might
make. First person to say that.
What, Baker?
I'm scared to see Baker Mayfield in the playoffs.
It's just,
dude,
it's one of those X Factor teams. Like, I don't think people are accounting for the Bucs a lot right now. There's a lot of hot names.
They lost to the Cowboys 2 weeks ago.
Upsets happen. The Ravens have their exceptions. Jameis Winston, #1, baby.
Dude, that's a 4 seed. That, like, the 5 seed, either the Lions or the Vikings are gonna have to play the Bucs most likely. Like, that's not a free game.
That's gonna be a hard game.
It's not a great. It's not a great game. So, yeah, I mean, we'll see. I think they do win because the Saints are dog shit.
Whoopee.
But it would be kind of crazy if somehow the Bucs manage to screw it up, lose, and don't make playoffs, and the Falcons get in with Michael Penix. That would be insane. But
that'd
we'll
be
see.
that'd be nuts. Dub or flub?
Dub take.
I agree. Dub. Bengals sneak. Sorry. Dyslexia. Bengals sneak into the playoffs. Dub or flub?
Flub.
It is possible.
Too many win conditions here. It's possible. It's a flub.
It's been too many win conditions for 2 weeks, Tim, and they're still getting them.
We thought they were dead 5 weeks ago.
Yes.
And if they die next week, we were right.
Here they are with
and
an
if they
actual
die
shot.
this week, we were right.
They have an actual shot.
They do. They have a shot.
Because do they win the tiebreaker over the Dolphins?
If the Dolphins lose, the Bengals are in. If the Dolphins win, the Bengals do not get in.
So the Bengals need the Dolphins and
the Broncos to lose.
Broncos to lose
also have
and
to
their
lose.
wins. For some reason, it feels like it's going to happen. I don't know why I have
think
this
Destiny
feeling.
is on Joe Burrow's side.
I think that
I think Aaron Rodgers is going to go out there. He's going to fall. His shit, like his fibula, it's going to fly out of his fucking leg. Tyrod Taylor's going to go out on the field, drop a 50 bomb on the Dolphins, and then the Bengals will get into the playoffs.
If Tyrod Taylor steps on the field, the playoff chances are over for Joe.
I think the Dolphins are the saddest team to make. Like, if they make the playoffs, like, that's the saddest. Like, they're just not.
True. It's honestly true.
Nobody wants them there. They're just not consistent. They're not fun. I don't know. They're not like they were last year. They're just boring this year.
Fucking snooze fest.
Just bring me Joe Burr, man. Bring him back. Bring him back to the playoffs. Who day? Who day?
Yeah, dub.
So I'm gonna say dub.
Dub or flub. AFC only true contenders are Ravens, Chiefs, and Bills.
So here's the translation. Steelers are not contenders in the playoffs. Dub.
Okay,
yeah.
What about the other 2 wild card picks?
What
the
Chargers? The Texans? Wait.
Broncos, the Chargers.
You got Broncos. No.
It's such a weak conference. These teams suck. It's literally just these Chiefs, Bills, Ravens, the demigods of the fucking football. And then they're just like underlings that play they play. Like I don't understand how it's been like this for so long. Like, somebody else step the fuck up. Like,
fuck you, Joe Burrow.
And the Bills and Ravens, they haven't been good enough to beat the Chiefs, so we're probably gonna get once again the Chiefs winning.
The Chiefs have never looked this bad, and we were this close to beating the Chiefs.
Have looked amazing the last 2 weeks. Unfortunately,
no, they haven't. They
have
got
looked amazing.
They got the worst fucking calls I've ever seen in my life. Worse than the Jets game. I just went like 10 minutes over the goddamn penalties. That Chiefs game on Christmas was atrocious, dude. Some guy caught the ball. The ball's literally scraping the ground, and they're like, "That's a complete pass." Patty Mahomes said it's a complete pass, so it's got to be a complete pass. Dude, the most fraudulent 15-1 team in history. I'm saying it.
No matter what you think of the whole entire season, these last 2 games are the best games that they have played, probably in the season overall. Heading right into playoffs. They played a lot of close games where they played shit and won.
They played really closely with the refs, really closely.
Right. But these last 2 games, they were strong, and that sucks because that means they're going to be good in the playoffs once again.
No, dude, Hamilton and Humphrey are going to be all over Travis Kelce. He's not going to magically get open in the middle of the field.
He's been dog shit this year. He's irrelevant.
Kelce?
Or DeAndre Hopkins. Yes.
No, dude. Kelce's that guy. They get 3rd and 5, and I just start pulling my hair out because I'm like, Travis Kelce's gonna just magically appear in the middle of the field with no defenders on him, and there's nothing I can do but scream at my television. Tim, I didn't hear what you said. Tim, you're muted or something.
Okay, whoops. Yeah, he has Travis Kelce has 3 touchdowns all season.
Yeah, he's not your touchdown guy.
Not right now.
That's your running backs. Like,
Either way, this is a
Who
dub.
was the touchdown?
Ravens, Chiefs, Bills are the only fucking contenders in the AFC, and they only ever, I don't know, for the
I'm calling.
future of
No,
all time.
I'm dubbing. I'm flubbing. I'm flubbing it.
There's nobody
I'm flubbing
else
it.
that can beat those teams.
We're gonna see this year. We're gonna see this year. Baby, let's go. Bolt on, baby, Chargers Nation.
The fuck?
Light up. Shock the world.
Dubber flub. Cooper Rush is better than Dak Prescott.
Bro, he's balling out. This guy, the Cowboys have never looked better this year than Cooper Rush. He's got them playing like pretty decent football. They beat the Commanders, the Giants, the Panthers, and the Bucks.
I haven't really watched the Cowboys game because I hate them. So
Yeah, it's not about watching. It's about just like seeing them win. When we like at one point of the season, I thought they weren't going to win another game, and then I don't know, they're out here winning, except for against the Eagles. They got embarrassed. Did you guys see the crowd chanting "Jerry sucks, Jerry sucks"?
No.
The Cowboys suck. And at Jerry's suite, he was at the Eagles game, just sitting in the suite, and just everyone yelling that they suck.
That's deserved.
He was not happy, but that doesn't matter.
That's a womp womp, bro.
That is a womp womp.
Fucking suck it up. I agree. I mean, they cannot not play Dak. They just re-signed him for the most money ever, so they can't
True.
not play him. So
I mean, Cooper Rush, it's a dub because I think he's playing better than Dak this season. They're overall they're playing better, as in winning. Obviously, Dak Prescott's better than Cooper Rush. Otherwise, he wouldn't be the starting quarterback for this many years. But Cooper Rush has maybe proved himself to go somewhere. Who knows?
it's a good point. It's a good point. Dubber flub. The worst NFL Christmas gift was Josh Allen's MVP chain.
You tell me right now, if that man loses MVP, that is the worst NFL Christmas gift maybe of all time.
I mean, it's still like one of a kind. It's worth something.
True.
It's probably
But, I
hella
mean,
expensive.
you can't-
hella diamonds
That's a
on
good
it.
point.
You
He
could
can
never
just
wear
sell
the
it.
chain again. You can't wear the chain though, because
Yeah,
you
just
weren't
sell it
MVP.
then.
Dude,
True.
if I
You
got
can't- you're
somebody
gonna
a
sell a
Christmas gift and they sold it, that would be
If your O-line gets
fun.
you an MVP chain, you don't win MVP, and they like lose first round of playoffs, that thing is cursed and needs to leave forever.
Actually, that's
Honestly,
fair.
incinerate it or something. Like I don't like. It's either going to be an epic gift because it was like a precursor, or it's cursed and it needs to go
if
away.
that exact sequence of events happens, this is your premonition here. It was definitely a cursed fucking amulet.
You heard it here first. I said it.
That's good.
All right.
Yeah, I agree.
Dub.
Flubbity. Maybe not the worst, but it's not the best.
I don't know. A lot of the gifts are only like normally it's the quarterbacks giving gifts to their O-line, which are always like crazy gifts.
Yeah, Joe Burrow
This was
bought his O-line fucking samurai swords from Japan.
Yeah, that's pretty epic. But this is the O-line giving to their quarterback, so they don't have as much money.
Did you guys see
So-
that Justin Herbert got the if treatment for his Christmas gifts?
Wasn't
He
it like
gave- he gave his-
suitcases and shit?
Yeah, he gave them luggage.
Like
There was like luggage and gift cards,
yeah, for airlines.
and people were like, "You don't know that? Maybe the gift cards had like a couple $1,000s on them." And then everyone was like, "Dude, even Justin Herbert's Christmas gifts get the if treatment." He truly is if man.
Dude, I don't think that. I think it's weird that like they have to like this whole big thing of like the quarterback has to
I
get
like
the
it.
O-line some crazy gift, which is fine if they have a lot of money.
Yes,
But,
I don't
like,
think you
I
should
don't-
shame people for sure.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
especially
what
if,
did
like, I
Brock
don't
Purdy
know.
get his O-line?
He just got sponsored by like fucking Chevrolet or something, and they got trucks.
That's fucking goated.
Yeah, he probably didn't even pay for him.
It's the most farm boy shit ever. I got my O-line
True.
a bunch of Chevys. Hell yeah.
Nothing runs like a Chevy. That was not paid promotion.
Dub or flub. The Bears would win out if they were not in the NFC North.
Flub.
I had to explain this one to my fellow commentators. By this, I meant if the Bears were the exact same this year, but in a different conference, say the AFC South, Texans and the Colts and all them, would they be first in their division? Dub or flub?
Flop. No, this Bears team sucks ass. Doesn't matter who they played.
Okay,
Fucking dog shit. They lost the game 3-6.
Yeah, this is such a fucking flub take, dude.
What, like, why are we even talking about the Bears in Week 18? What are we doing? What are we doing out here?
you know, it's valid, but they are playing in the fucking Thanos gauntlet of a fucking division.
The Bears
but they
wanted
still
this season to be done about a month and a half ago, and they still had to play. So poor Bears fans had to somehow, for some reason, had to watch a Monday night game against the Vikings, and then a week later, or 2 weeks later, they had to watch a Thursday night game of prime time against the Seahawks. Like, everyone had to watch how shit they are. Like, they at least they could have had like a game on Sunday, like Sunday noon time.
Poop now. Poop now. Period. I'm gonna give it like a half dub, because I do think they would be a lot better off if they were not in this division.
I'm gonna give the half dub a flub.
I'm gonna give it a two. I'm gonna give it a double flub.
Okay, moving
A
on.
new addition to Dubber Flub. Dubber Flub's on a Dubber Flub.
Dub or flub? Vikings had an easy schedule.
Dub.
Right, Tim.
Dub.
Looking at it now,
Let me read out the schedule. All right.
every team that Tim says, if Caleb has brought up that they're a fraud in the past, I will say it. Go
Giants.
Fraud.
Suck. 49ers. Frauds.
Bad.
Texans.
Fraud.
Fraud.
Packers. Good.
Frauds.
Packers frauds.
I've called them frauds.
Caleb has called them frauds repeatedly. Besides
Jets?
today.
Jets
Frauds.
blow them up.
Lions. Okay, that's a good team.
Good.
Rams. You did call them frauds.
At the time, frauds.
They were at
Rams?
the time frauds. They were 1-5 or something.
They were injured. They were injured prior to that, so I didn't understand. But now I know they're a good team. Okay,
At the time,
they're
were
a good
frauds.
team. So we have 2 losses
Colts.
to
At
good
the time,
teams.
frauds. Frauds.
Bad.
Colts. Jaguars.
team. Bad
Frauds.
team.
Titans.
Bad
Frauds.
team.
Bears.
Bad
Frauds.
team.
Cardinals.
Frauds.
Bad fraud.
Falcons.
Frauds.
Frauds.
Bears.
Frauds.
Bad team.
Seahawks.
Frauds.
Packers. Lions.
Frauds.
Come on, guys. I love the Vikings.
According to all statistical research I've done on this topic, that is a dub take.
All right, so let me come in with the actual facts of the NFL and why this is a flub take. Coming into the season, the Vikings had the 3rd worst, hardest schedule projected. Because you looked at the schedule, you were thinking, oh my gosh, the 49ers are going to be good. The Texans are good. The Packers are good. The Jets should be good. Lions are good. Rams are good. Cardinals good. Falcons good. Seahawks good. So many teams you're like, holy shit.
Okay,
We
Cardinals,
don't have very many.
Falcons, Seahawks is a little bit stretched there, but
Whatever. We weren't going to have a lot of games that were free besides the NFC or the AFC South. It just turns out all these teams were ass this year. And you know what? I don't care, because good teams win football games. And we won a lot of football games against not good teams, but we won. And our 2 losses are to good teams. 1 loss barely. Other loss, 2 scores, whatever. You're going to lose some games in a season. You can't be perfect. We're not the Miami Dolphins from whatever year that was. But here it is. It doesn't matter. We don't control our schedule. And it was supposed to be hard. So I think it's a flub take because, yeah, you can look back on the season, how everything turned out, that it was an easy schedule. But we didn't know that while we were going through it. We know that now.
well, now I'm gonna call it a dub take.
Well, now I'm calling it a flub take.
Gaden.
Dub. Bro, I already said it's a dub.
All
Damn
right.
it.
Well, it's time for the last segment, and it's time for the next week overview.
Yes, sir. It's time for the League Thoughts, where we talk about who will win the upset of the week, game of the week, and, of course, the mid-off of the week. This, of course, is the last week of regular season football. We will be doing playoffs. But, of course, this section will be much shorter now in the future.
More in depth.
Game 1. We got Browns at Ravens. Is Jameis Winston playing?
Suck.
No. Ravens win.
I can't
Yes.
believe the
Browns
Browns
suck.
are playing DTR. Like, why are they not playing Jameis? I don't get it. They want to lose. That must be what they want to
They're
lose.
tanking.
Oh,
Holy shit. Holy shit, they're smart. Oh my god, they're actually the smart team.
shit.
Holy shit. You know, when we were so mad when they benched Jameis, they just knew that if they wanted to lose, they had to make sure he didn't play. Oh my god, we've been thinking about this wrong.
It's so
Now they have
funny knowing that the Browns only have 3 wins.
Yeah, but those are great wins. But now they're the 3rd pick in the draft, and who knows? Could be higher.
I'm so fucking... They're going to get a quarterback if it stays there. And they want probably a quarterback. That's
But
what
yeah,
the
Ravens
projections
gonna
are
win.
showing.
Hopefully the Ravens don't get hurt this week, though. That'd be just a travesty.
That would be travesty.
We all think
right,
Ravens
the real game next, though. Bengals at Steelers.
Oh, yeah.
I think the Bengals are probably going to win this one, let's be honest.
That's a big one. Steelers are backpedaling. I think they're falling off. Bengals are going to make it into the playoffs, so they need to do that. And so they're going to get this win. Pretty simple.
I want the Bengals to win, and I also want them to make the playoffs. Although I don't mind the Broncos, but I just feel like the Steelers are going to pull this one through. I think they're going to come back after these 3 really hard opponents, and they're going to look at the Bengals like, yeah, you guys aren't shit compared to what we played the last 3 weeks. And they're just going to whoop ass because the Steelers defense is good. They can maybe hold Joe Burrow back.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe it's a get back game for the Steelers offense. Because what was the score the last time they played? Last time they played, it was a 44-38 game.
Oh my god.
So
Okay. Can Russell Wilson throw for that many touchdowns again, though? It's kind of sad.
I don't know. They won though. They
Why
won
are we
44-38.
challenging
So
the validity of Russell Wilson? He's literally Mr. Unlimited. Guys, come on.
Unlimited
I'm
dog
gonna go with
shit came out of
Steelers
his
with
arm.
just a gut feeling.
Give me the Bengals. Moving on, we got the Panthers at the Falcons. This is Caleb's upset of the week with the Panthers beating the Falcons. They've been hot.
Falcons
They've been
just boring game.
Bryce Young has just looked better throughout the end of the season. We've talked about him a lot. The last couple of weeks, the Panthers have kind of come back down to earth and got their ass kicked. But he still threw some bombs to Adam Thielen, so that's fun.
They're
They might
just
have their
losing for
quarterback
draft
going
pick.
forward.
They're going to win out next
Yeah.
year, DW.
For real. But so yeah, Falcons are going to beat Panthers are going to beat the Falcons. The Falcons are in disarray. Michael Penix throws 3 interceptions. Their season's over.
Go Cats. Up next, we got the Texans at the Titans. This is mine and Tim's mid-off of the week.
True. Not only are both
True.
teams mid, Texans they already clinched the playoff berth, right? Like,
Yes.
what's the point of
they've had
watching
the-
this?
They're locked.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
there's no way
they're
Titans
locked.
even make it to playoffs. This is
The
such
important
a, this
thing
is a
is
garbage
if the
time
Titans
game
win,
all 4 quarters.
If the Titans win, right now they're the number 2 pick, guys. If the Titans
The
win, they're
Titans
going to
can
go
get into the wild
way up.
cards.
No.
Oh, for
No.
Tankathon.
For Tankathon, guys, we're only talking about we have the playoffs and the Tankathon, and the 2 different, important aspects
Dude, the
of the end of the
three
season.
of the top 5 teams won a quarterback.
The Titans need to lose this game. Will Levis is not the answer. He is not the
That
answer.
guy loves Mayo. He's the answer.
I'm gonna go with the Titans winning. I truthfully think the Texans.
That's crazy.
I think the Texans are going to play like ass. They don't care. They're gonna rest their starters. The Titans are gonna be like playing for incentives, like personal incentives, and like playing for their job. And they're gonna go out there and get a win, so that they don't have a quarterback and continue to be ass next year. Great, it's
Massive
gonna be a great
W.
win for the Titans organization.
Fully W from the Titans. Up next, we got the Giants at the Eagles.
Jeez. Yeah.
Dude, that's
Eagles
fuck it
wipe
up
their
even
asses
more.
with the Giants.
Giants, yeah. Giants win this. That's get them out of the top 5, bro.
The Eagles are not going to play their starters either. I don't think.
Well,
And I don't really-
unfortunately,
Jalen
Jalen
Hurts is
Hurts
still
cannot
hurt.
play.
Kenny Pickett also got hurt, so they're in the third string quarterback. So
Sounds like they're giving
Wait,
it to the
what?
running back too repeatedly all game, and just going to win that way.
yeah, I wouldn't. I mean, if the Giants of last week come this week, though, they're going to make their draft position.
That's what I'm
even
saying.
worse.
Giants are gonna
Shit,
win,
They could.
and they're gonna get
could be
7th
way-
seed, and the Jets are gonna get the 5th seed, and we'll get Mason Graham. It's literally goated. Literally goated. Okay, moving on.
All right, you're right. Going with the Giants.
Go Giants. G-Men. We got the Jags at the Colts. This might actually be the mid-off of the week.
This is a horrifically mid. I think
This-
you
I'm
win.
I'm
Wait,
moving my
through
vote. This is the mid-off of the week.
This is not a great game, except for if you look at Tankathon with the Jacksonville Jaguars. They're right now the 5th pick, so about a win is pretty bad.
A win out, baby.
Colts
Win out.
also they lost to the Colts are the ones that just got screwed by the Giants, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
They could
embarrassing for
realistically
them.
lose here.
I mean, how did the Colts lose to the Giants 45-33? That's insane. That's an insane loss. The worst team in the league beat them 45-33. I could see them losing again.
I agree.
Last week of the season, that's when you pick every single upset because the good teams aren't playing their players.
Oh, yes. Moving on, we get the Commanders at the Cowboys. Commanders are going to win
Yeah,
this,
Commanders,
unfortunately.
easy.
Give me Jaden Daniels.
They're not red. I don't think they're resting.
I know that they are basically. Oh no, they need to win
They do need
because right now they're in the 6th seed, and if they lose, they'd go down to the 7th seed if the Packers win. So they need to
Oh.
win. Yeah, they need to
Yeah,
win.
Commanders
So
W.
they'll be playing. Commander's going to win that game. Although I don't know if you remember the last time they played the Cowboys, it was a crazy game. So in division opponent, the Cowboys been playing spoiler for the last half of the season.
to win. That division's crazy every year, dude. It's been like 20 years where it hasn't been the same division title back to back for the
Bad
team.
orgs.
You're amazing. Moving on, we have the Bears at the Packers. Give me the Pack.
This is a mercy
Pack.
killing. This is brutal. Packers 5 million.
Up next, we got the Saints at the Bucks. We just talked about this a little. Give me the Bucks. Baker's
Dog
secured in
shit,
that
Dick.
play.
Give me Baker.
He's securing that
Baker
playoff spot.
Mayfield's got this one.
Lastly, we got the Bills at the Pats.
Incoming
want
QB sneaks from
Pats to
Josh Allen
win.
here.
I
Easy
think
build
so.
up.
What I've heard from
It's
a
not happening.
couple
no.
Patriots fans is they want Drake May to continue to play well in losses, but
Correct.
they want the losses to be so bad that they fire Gerard Mayo, or however you say
It's
his name.
genius, actually.
They don't like him. People don't like him. His pressers are bad. He just doesn't seem like a great head coach from an outside perspective. Obviously, we don't know inside the
I agree.
facility, but
Fuck the Pats. For real. Dude, I'm still fucking pissed over that first round. Oh my god. Moving on. That's living rent free. We got the Chargers at the Raiders. The Raiders have fucked themselves so bad. Give me the Raiders to win. Just kidding. The Chargers are on top.
What?
Harbaugh.
I'm on the Raiders. I'm on the Raiders train, man. They've been going crazy.
They do have a win streak of
Although
2.
the Chargers actually need to win
They do.
because if the Broncos win, I don't know who owns tiebreaker, but
Chargers. Give me the Chargers. I lied.
Yeah.
Everybody, I lied. Everybody in this call said Chargers. Don't worry about it. Moving on. We got the 49ers at the Cardinals. This is Caleb's mid-off of the week.
yeah, I know the other games sucked. Pretty much all these games fucking suck. Let's be honest. But
Okay.
Jack's
I just
Colts
gotta point
is
out-
next level, actually.
Brock Purdy's actually balling the fuck out on Monday Night Football right now.
oh shit.
He's in the middle of the
live
third quarter.
updates.
He's got he's 17 for 20, 275 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions with a passer rating of 152. He's kind of balling. So
Shit. I can't wait for the
I can't wait for
Niners
them
to
to not
win
make
this
the
game. and it
playoffs,
just
so that's
doesn't
really
make
awesome.
a difference.
yeah. Oh shit.
They just scored again.
Yeah, make that 3 touchdowns.
Holy
Oh,
shit. I'm just gonna say it. And if the Lions are playing their starters and they can't beat the 49ers,
That's not a good look.
that's not a good
Well,
look.
okay, to be fair, this is not the 49ers.
It's
that they
still an
usually see.
injured Lions, guys.
I know they're injured. not a good
Montgomery's
look, though.
out.
Yeah,
it's still Jahmyr
yeah,
Gibbs.
but they still
He's
have
still
to,
a top back in the league.
no matter how many players
Yeah,
are out, you
I
still
know.
got to play them next week.
Just saying.
I'm prefacing our game with I understand they're injured, but you know what? You got to play with what you got. That's what the Lions told us last year when we had 50 million injuries and we didn't make the playoffs. They laughed at us. Now we laugh at them.
Damn. Cold. Anyways, yeah,
But
give
yeah,
me
49ers Cardinals, awful game.
give me
Both
Murray.
teams, frauds. Give me Murray as well.
Give me Murray. What, Tim?
Fuck Murphy. I'm gonna take 49ers.
Fuck Murphy.
Whoa!
Mhm.
We are a
I said
Murray
it.
podcast.
You are a fucking fraud.
Mm-mm.
Fraudulent
This is
motherfucker.
insane.
No, he's washed.
All right. Take this off the record. Stop recording.
I will
agree,
not.
Tim. He's playing really fucking bad.
Love Murray.
All right, start recording again. Let's move
Yeah,
on.
start record again. We're good.
Recording?
Okay.
It's been
Yeah,
recording.
editor, cut that out.
Yep.
Thank you.
Up next, we got the Chiefs at the Broncos. This is my upset of the week. Speaking of upsets, that's to give you an update on our upsets.
Oh my god.
2 weeks ago, we did our upsets. I had Panthers to beat the Cardinals. Caleb had Steelers to beat the Ravens. And Tim had Cowboys to beat the Bucks. Both me and Tim got our upsets correct. And Caleb, unfortunately, did not. Making the updated score with me having 3.5, Tim in the lead with 4.5, and Caleb really lacking now down at 2. Meaning it's
think
impossible
that-
for Caleb to come back.
I think that I should get a half just for existing because you two also got a half just for existing. So
No,
I
Tim
got a
got
half
his
because
for
I didn't get to play the
existing.
first.
yeah,
I got mine for.
You got a half, even though you broke the rules.
I didn't break the rule. The rules weren't
You
It
made.
was not an upset. It was not.
he got to pick 2 upsets in the same week and got a half point for it.
No one objected. GG.
I did. I objected. I object right now.
Too late.
God damn it. Either way, I can't
Maybe
win.
next
I
year.
fucking suck at upsets. I should. I said before we started the podcast that I should just pick the Ravens every single week.
That's
And
not how the game works.
I would be in the
It
lead.
has to be an upset by 4 points or greater. You couldn't pick the
Well,
Ravens if
typically
for all 5 of those
they're
games.
typically they are up of 4 or more. So
He's talking about picking the teams against the Ravens, Tim.
yeah.
Yeah, but it wasn't. You couldn't pick the Eagles. I don't think you could have picked the Steelers either.
It's okay. It's okay, guys. It's
I'm
okay.
not gonna prove this one. It was just to make Tim mad.
It worked.
This is my upset, though, with the Chiefs at the Broncos. Give me the Broncos
give me
to win.
Broncos.
I know it will destroy the Bengals, but the Chiefs gotta lose. They gotta catch another L, dude. It's
Dude, we need the
ridiculous.
Broncos to win because we need there to be zero chance that the Miami Dolphins get in the playoffs. We cannot have the Dolphins in the playoffs. So I want the Broncos to win, but I don't know why I feel like the Chiefs are going to pull out some like black magic shit and still win this game. So I don't know.
Oh, it's fucking diabolical. Moving on, we got the Seahawks at the Rams. Give me the Rams. Seahawks are on the down and down. Rams are on the up and up.
Yeah, I don't really know what the Seahawks have to play for. Probably pretty much nothing because the Rams have secured their playoff spot and the division. But the Rams have looked sus. They might be 10-6, but they haven't been clean anything.
They've been cleaner now than they were at the beginning, so it's improved.
Well, that might be true. I kind of want to look at something.
And you
Tim,
know
you
who's
give your
been
opinion.
fraudulent all year? The Chiefs.
I think okay, so this is just funny. Their wins are just funny. 13-9 win, 19-9 win, 12-6 win are their last 3 games. Like defense is balling out. But it's just they're weird scores. Not a lot of points. Not very fun games, I guess you could say.
A win's a win, Caleb, as you would put it
I know.
for the Vikings.
I know. Just I don't have a lot of confidence in them. So I'm
Moving
gonna go
on.
with Seahawks.
You're going to take the Seahawks?
Yep, they're gonna play spoiler. I don't know how, but they're gonna do it.
Seahawks ass. Geno Smith.
Thank you, Tim.
Wash.
Moving on, we got the Dolphins at the Jets. This is Tim's upset of the week.
No,
I just saw this.
It's actually Jags beat Colts is my upset of the week.
Did you change it?
No, it's always been Jags beat Colts. I don't know.
Well, we listed that wrong above. Apologies.
But anyways,
So you have the Jags beating the Colts for your upset?
Yes.
That's an upset for sure.
I think the Dolphins are going to win for Caden's sake.
Let's go. I'm sorry, Mr. Burrow. I'm mercy killing you.
The Jets are going to let Caden down horrendously one more time.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers
by winning this fucking
he's gonna be
game.
like, I'm not out of this fucking league yet. And he's gonna literally be like, I was playing fake all year. Here's 7 tutties.
I'm just convinced that the Jets are going to be like, let's go out there and show one last time that we are a good football team. Just unlucky year. And they're just going to whoop the Dolphins' ass because the Dolphins suck. They're not good. They're so random. They're not fun to watch. The Jets are going to do this stupid thing and win. And then they're going to draft in like 11th for some bullshit. And happy hunting.
No, they can't
Caden will be mad
get
again.
lower than the 10th. So they're in the top 10 regardless.
Huge.
Yeah, give me the Dolphins to win, please, God. Moving on, we got the unanimous game of the week. Vikings at Lions to close out the regular season.
Thank God the schedule turned out like this. Otherwise, we would have had 0 good games this week.
Yeah, it's been a bunch of
This is
ass.
the only game that is semi-exciting at all. And it's winner take all NFC North division title and NFC number 1 seed. This is an insane game. Get your popcorn, get your snacks, crack some cold ones. It's going to be a crazy one. I guarantee it's going to be a crazy one. But my money is hella on the Vikings for this one. I mean, look at the Lions right now. They're losing.
Are you gonna put
the Niners?
You putting money down for it?
I put some money down.
I'm not putting money down.
Drop
but I
the
take
money
Lions to
line.
win.
Yeah, my confidence is I put some money down. Will I actually? No.
Awesome.
I trust the boys. We're gonna do it. Vikings number 1 seed.
Tim, who are you taking?
Lions. I gotta take my Lions, man.
I have no fucking idea who's gonna win this game. I think
It's gonna be close. It's gonna be damn close, man.
I think my body is telling me the Vikings are gonna win it. I think
Valid.
I haven't been on their side every single time. It's been the Lions, but I think the Vikings have finally done it. They got my vote. They got my vote. I said it.
Let's go. Normally, Caden says the Vikings get blown out every week, so this is an improvement.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. The second we stop recording, which is gonna be pretty soon here, guys, I'm just gonna watch that game. It looks like a damn good game, man.
It does look pretty crazy.
Mm-hmm.
All right. To help Tim get to that game quicker, that will conclude
go.
this extended week of Onside Takes. I know we're only 5 minutes longer than our last episode, but
We did pretty good, guys. We did pretty good.
It was pretty good pot. We did great.
Going for 2 hours next week. Not really, but
We gotta always improve. But as always, hope you guys all enjoyed. Tune in next week when we cover the last regular season game. Stay awesome.
Playoff in-depth look next week.
Yep.
oh my god, I'm so
It's
excited.
about to go.
Hype.
Stay amazing. And goodbye.
See you guys.
Adios.